Hey everybody, okay, in this video I want to discuss the biggest reason or reasons why people fail in this business. And not just in this business or in online marketing or anything else, but basically anything in life, okay? But first let me make this very, very clear for you. When someone decides that they want to join a business opportunity, 99% of new marketers have literally no idea how to market their product or their opportunity. They don't know how to build a business from scratch. They don't know how to propel their business to each additional level, and they don't know how to maintain a business long term. Now, in order to be successful as a network marketer, or any business for that matter, you must invest in your education and develop skill sets in order to achieve those goals. There's no magic system. There's no turnkey do-nothing miracle unicorn tool that will just bring in leads and sales for you. It doesn't exist, and it will never exist unless you learn how to build one yourself. Okay? And when you can learn to build one of these systems effectively, then you can just build one over and over and over again and have little automated systems that work for you 24 hours or 7 days a week that will just spit money into your bank account every single day. But it requires consistent investment of time and money to educate yourself on marketing strategies and to learn skill sets so that you can learn, do, and then teach these skills to your team. Okay, that is really the next step. It's lack of consistency, and by consistency I mean two things for our specific discussion. Now, number one, people get easily distracted, and number two, they fail to follow up and build a relationship with their list. All right, there's another reason that I just mentioned, and we're going to get to that in just a second. So first off, let's start with number one. We live in a world where it is incredibly easy to get distracted. If you're like me, you probably have multiple windows open on your computer right now. I mean, I have like 6 or 7 tabs open on my browser. So every day something new and shiny grabs our attention. And if more people would just set a specific long-term goal and set a daily action plan to achieve that goal, they would see success. But we all have this shiny ball syndrome, and the minute something new and exciting comes along, we lose our focus and jump ship to the next best thing. And there are people I know that do this over and over and over again. They jump from one opportunity to another, to the next one, and to the next one, to the next one, and they never really commit, and they never stay focused. All right, so and then they wonder why they're not successful, because real success takes time, it takes patience, and it takes consistency. Now, people fail because they don't invest the time or the money into training or systems or tools to develop their skill sets to achieve any success. Now, again, how can you build a team of network marketing rock stars if you don't know how to become a rock star yourself? I mean, you do understand that the secret to making a lot of money in network marketing is dependent upon your team's success, right? Well, if you can't train your team to be effective marketers, how can you make any money? I mean, it really boggles my mind when I think about it. And another reason people fail is because they don't have the skill sets to provide effective follow-up. Remember, 80% of people do not buy on first exposure. So if you don't know how to follow up with them correctly, then you won't have a business for very long, and you're going to get very irritated, and you're going to get frustrated and quit because you failed to learn how to follow up. Now, in fact, let me tell you a quick story to drive this point home, okay? A couple of years ago, I was actually tipping the scales of roughly about 300 pounds, and I wanted to change. I mean, I had the knowledge of what I needed to do to change. I knew what I needed to do. I knew that I needed to eat a little better, and I needed to I needed to exercise, and everything was in place, right? But the only missing piece was that I actually just needed to take action. I needed to take consistent daily action. And now, do you think I went to the gym on day one and then came home looking like a trim and a sexy beast on day number 2 or even on day number 7? Well, of course not. But yet I see people in network marketing or any home-based business world, and they make, or they're in the online world with the same attitude. It's been a whole week and I haven't gotten any results. I guess I'll quit and blame the system instead of blaming the real problem, which is themselves. Only you are responsible for your success or your failure. It's not a system. It's not a tool. It's not a product. It's not an opportunity. It's not the next new shiny thing that promises you multi-millions on turnkey systems. It's you and you alone. Okay, so to lose weight, first I had to set a long-term goal for myself. I had to say, okay, well, in 3 months I want to weigh this much, in 6 months I want to weigh this much, and in 9 months I want to weigh this much, etc. Then I had I had those benchmarks set. Now, after I had those benchmarks set, I set a daily course of action. I followed it consistently. I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this workout and I'm going to eat this many calories. I made a conscious decision every day, even when I did not want to, till it finally became a habit. And this is exactly what you need to do in your business in order to be successful. By the way, if you were wondering, yes, I did lose. I lost 54 pounds in just less than a year by doing this. And it was all due to taking consistent daily action with my eye on the long-term goal. Okay. Remember that you need to take consistent daily action with your eye on the long-term goal. You just set your goal right now. I mean, if you need to pause this video and ask yourself, where do I want to see myself right now in 6 months? Or where do I want to see myself in 12 or 18 months? Then set an action plan. Keep your mind on the long-term goal only. Tell yourself what you're going to do every day to achieve it. What should your consistent daily action be in terms of online marketing, right? It should be really two things. Invest in your education to learn two distinct skill sets: traffic generation and follow-up. Okay? Very, very, very simple. Now, when I say invest, I'm not saying spend money every day trying to learn something, or trying to learn something crazy. I'm just saying that you get into a training program, you invest in it, and then invest the time into it and learn to develop your skills and your skill sets. I mean, investing in training courses all the time is that shiny object syndrome we talked about earlier. Find one complete training program, find one traffic source that appeals to you, and study it and take action to implement what you learn. And this is why I suggest Elite Marketing Pro, because everything you need to learn internet marketing is there for you to digest, take action, and get results. All right. So, first of all, what you need to do is you need to get traffic to your sites, and then you have to get to eyeballs on your funnel, right? Then you should be following up and building a relationship with your list. There's a lot of new marketers out there, and they think just because they didn't make a sale on their first exposure that they failed, or that their funnel sucks. Well, maybe their funnel does suck and it needs some tweaking, but they didn't fail. Actually, nothing could be further from the truth. If you take an action and fail, that is okay. Not taking action and not getting any results, whether good or bad, is failure, right? Okay, so stay away from perfectionism, because you aren't going to be perfect when you first start out. You're going to make mistakes, and that is how you optimize and perfect your marketing. I mean, did you quit riding a bike when you fell off and cut your knee open? Of course not. You got back on and you figured out how to ride a bike. I mean, it's the same thing. Okay? Learn how to follow up with your list by creating value and sharing valuable information, and learn how to create yourself as an expert or an authority figure. And when you do that, then you can learn how to use conversion strategies to monetize your list through trainings or maybe webinars, copywriting, email marketing, video sales letters. I mean, just pick one that you feel comfortable with and start doing it. Okay? Remember, your fortune is in the follow-up. All right? Think of it like this. I used the example earlier about dating. Now, how advertising is kind of like dating, right? For some couples, there's love at first sight, but for a percentage of the dating world, the initial relationship requirement requires some level of pursuing. It requires follow-up. It requires building a level of trust. I mean, are there people out there that will buy from you or join your business at first glance without even knowing you from Adam? Well, yeah, I mean, anything is possible. And I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. It happens to me 1 every 25 leads, just because I know how to do effective marketing. I know how to do effective copywriting. I know how to do market research and talk to my market. If you go back to determining and finding your target audience, if you do the things that I tell you to do, I'm not doing this because I'm being egotistical. I've learned the steps. I've invested in my education to learn how to effectively market. And when you do those things effectively, you will have a one conversion every 25 leads. Heck, you might even have 1 every 10 leads. The better you get at it, right? But that's a little bit more like love at first sight, right? While it happens, it's not really all that common. The likely scenario is that you're going to need to pursue your prospects. You're going to need to build a relationship and build a level of trust with them. Now, before they are going to willingly buy from you or join your business, so maybe you're wondering, well, how in the world do I build a relationship with somebody on the internet that I've never met, Well, just ask yourself, how does Oprah Winfrey build relationships with millions of people she's never met? She gives them value. She gives them education. She gives them entertainment. She tells them stories, and that is exactly the same way you should be approaching your follow-up process and to build a relationship with your list. Now, how can you give them value, entertainment, education if you haven't invested enough time and maybe a little bit of money into learning effective marketing strategies and building your skill sets to share with your leads? How can you effectively follow up with them if you haven't bothered learning follow-up strategies? This is why I've said that before, it is so incredibly important that you have an autoresponder and that you use email marketing and learn email marketing to build that relationship. I mean, it is so vitally crucial to the success of your business, because if you do not do it, you will not have a business, okay? Now, in my opinion, the king of email marketing, especially in the network marketing, is a guy by the name of Ben Settle. Now, almost everything I've learned about email marketing has really come from Ben, okay? And if you really want to get good at email marketing and building a relationship with your list, I would highly recommend that you check out some of Ben's products. In fact, I joined Ben's email list a while back, and I basically use his emails for fill-in-the-blank emails that I write myself. I mean, I have used several of his emails, and I didn't copy them. I basically, what I did was I tweaked them, I made them my own, and I have read all of them. I have learned a ton about email marketing just by reading his emails, right? There's a lot you can learn by reading, studying the work of a master. And Ben, when it comes down to it, he's truly a master of email marketing, and telling stories and providing that value and entertainment through email and building relationships with your list. I mean, that way, that guy has recruited thousands of people and made millions of dollars through email marketing. I pale in comparison in my skill level in email marketing to Ben Settle. So that's why I'm referring you to somebody who is just a galaxy away better than I am, right? So if you want to learn more about like email marketing, or if you just want to create a shortcut to creating great follow-up email sequences, I would highly suggest that you check the Ultimate Email Profit Machine below. I put a link below this video for some of Ben's stuff. I mean, this is a true email mastery at its finest, and you'll get a lot out of it because it's a really amazing course. Now, you can also go to The Fortune is in the Follow-Up training and download the free PDF files that I provided, and if you haven't already, and start connecting with your list right now by using my fill-in-the-blank templates. Check out Ben Settle's Ultimate Profit Machine. It's him and Tim and Vitali from Elite Marketing Pro doing a 2-hour training that's just going to blow your mind as far as email marketing. It's very cool. It's something that you should really check out. But like I said, if you don't want to fail, you need to invest into your education, your skill set, to teach others how to be successful. Because again, whenever you can give somebody what they want, eventually you're going to have everything that you want. So I hope you enjoyed this training, guys. I really hope you got a lot out of it. If you are a member of Power Lead System, go ahead and hit the next button. You're going to go to the next training with my upline trainer, Tyson, who's going to walk you through how to set up your Power Lead System. Okay? See you next time.